So good afternoon once again. Uh, we'll start now the third theorem. Superposition theorem completed, Thevenin's theorem completed. Now third theorem will be Norton's theorem. So if you are understanding the Thevenin's theorem, then there will not be any problem to understand the Norton's theorem. Okay, so Norton's theorem and Thevenin's theorem, these are the dual of each other. Dual of each other, त्याचा meaning सांगतो मी. Okay, now first of all, Norton's theorem, what we are going to learn, so that I have given in the contents. So first of all, here first point will be what is the Norton's theorem. Second one, how to apply the Norton's theorem. Third one, steps or procedure to apply the Norton's theorem. And fourth will be the applications of Norton's theorem. So we will start first point, that will be the what is the Norton's theorem. Norton's theorem is similar to Thevenin's theorem. Actually, it is called as dual of Thevenin's theorem. So Norton's theorem states that any two-terminal linear network consisting of number of independent sources, dependent sources and resistances can be replaced by an equivalent circuit consisting of current source in parallel with resistance, where the value of current source is equal to short circuit current between two terminals of the network, and value of resistance is equal to an equivalent resistance measured between two terminals. लक्षात घ्या, here if you are comparing this theorem with Thevenin's, almost some lines are same. Okay, it states that, once again I will tell the Norton's theorem. Norton's theorem states that any two terminal linear network consisting of number of independent sources, number of dependent sources and number of resistances can be replaced by an equivalent circuit. इथपर्यंत सेम आहे, up to this same, but in Thevenin's theorem that circuit consisting of voltage source in series with resistance. Thevenin's theorem मध्ये काय, voltage source VTH in series with RTH, बरोबर आहे. whereas in Norton's theorem the equivalent circuit consisting of current source, म्हणजे इथं काय असणार आहे आता, current source in parallel with resistance. मग current source चं नाव काय, IN. इथं खाली दाखवणार आहे मी तुम्हाला खालच्या स्लाइड मध्ये. IN is the current source in parallel with resistance. मग त्या रेजिस्टन्स चं नाव RTH च्या ऐवजी आता काय असणार आहे, RN. N for Norton, TH for Thevenin's. Okay, so here only this much will be the change. So that's why I am telling, if you are understanding the Thevenin's theorem, you can easily understand the Norton's theorem. So it states that any two terminal linear network consisting of number of independent sources, dependent sources and resistances can be replaced by an equivalent circuit consisting of current source in parallel with resistance. आता नेक्स्ट पॉइंट बघा, वेअर द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ करंट सोर्स, म्हणजे करंट सोर्सचं व्हॅल्यू, जसं आपण व्होल्टेज सोर्स काढलं होतं VTHचं, तसं इथं आता करंट सोर्स असणार आहे. सो वेअर द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ करंट सोर्स is short circuit current between two terminals of the network. In short मी सांगू का, in short whatever the ISC we are finding, no, by shorting two terminals A and B, that is nothing but this IN value. दोन्ही टर्मिनल काय करायचं, शॉर्ट करायचं, आणि त्यातलं जे करंट फाइंड आउट करतो ना, आता मगाशी थेवेनिन्स मध्ये आपण यूज केलंय ISC nothing but IN here. So where the value of current source is short circuit current between two terminals of the network, and value of resistance is equal to equivalent resistance measured between two terminals. RTH किंवा RN both are the same, only the representation is different. रिप्रेझेंटेशन म्हणजे काय, दोन्ही तुम्हाला इक्विव्हॅलंट रेजिस्टन्स नीच काढायचे, बट in case of Thevenin's equivalent it is connected in series, whereas in case of Norton's equivalent circuit it is connected in parallel. Are you understand? So calculation of RN value is the same as calculation of RTH. Okay, now next slide we will see. So here two terminal linear circuit is given, which consisting of number of voltage sources, number of current sources, number of resistances. Now that can be that can be replaced by, now I am talking about this block diagram, two terminal linear circuit which consisting of number of voltage sources, current sources and resistances, oblique independent sources, dependent sources, whatever. That total circuit is replaced by this Norton's equivalent circuit. आता इथं टर्मिनल ए एन बी दिलेलं आहे. लोड रेजिस्टरचे एक्झाम्पल बघितले आपण. मग आताच जे प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्ह केला त्यातला 16 ओम काय होता, लोड रेजिस्टर. ओके, तसंच लोड रेजिस्टर देतात किंवा न देतात सर्किटमध्ये, इट डझंट मॅटर. So IN is current source here and RN is the resistance. So that is called as what? Norton's equivalent circuit. So that is shown by here, Norton's equivalent circuit in which IN is in parallel with resistance RN. Now next one, Norton's equivalent circuit consisting of current source in parallel with the resistor. The current source present in the Norton's equivalent circuit is called as Norton's current IN, and the resistor present in the Norton's equivalent circuit is called as what? Norton's resistor RN. Okay, now next point, this is the first point. Now second point we will consider. Now in second point, how to apply the Norton's theorem. How to apply the Norton's theorem. Now again here two cases. आता इथं परत काय असणार आहे, two cases will be there. So first method and second method. Now method 1, when only sources of independent types are present, and method 2, when the sources of both independent as well as dependent sources are present. Same Thevenin सारखंच आहे. Okay, it is same as a Thevenin's theorem. Method 1 मध्ये काय होतं, all are the independent sources, and method 2 मध्ये काय होतं, at least one independent and at least one dependent. Same as a Thevenin's. That's why I am telling, if you are understood the Thevenin's theorem, there will not be any problem to understand the Norton's theorem. त्यासाठी मी Thevenin's theorem 4 लेक्चर घेतले. That's why I taken the 4 to 5 lectures on Thevenin's theorem. If you are understanding the Thevenin's theorem, now there will not be difficult to understand the method 1 and method 2 of Norton's equivalent or Norton's theorem. Now next point we will move. Now how to apply, that is over. Now procedure to apply the Norton's theorem. Okay, now here first of all we will see about method 1. When only independent sources are present. When only independent sources are present means the circuit which consisting of only independent sources. So in that case, what are the procedure to apply the Norton's theorem? Now step 1, same method. In step 1 what we are doing, you have to identify the terminals. Okay, you have to identify the terminals. If terminals are already given, there is no problem, but it should be what? It should be open. पहिलं काय करायचं, तुम्हाला ते दोन टर्मिनल ओपन करून घ्यायचे. Okay, A and B terminal you have to identify, and if it is already open, keep as it is. If it is not open, any resistor is connected, any load resistor is connected, straightforwardly you can remove it. ते तुम्हाला काय करायचं, रिमूव्ह करायचं आणि ओपन ठेवायचे दोन टर्मिनल. That is the first step. Second step, find the Norton's current IN by shorting the two terminals of the opposite circuit. म्हणजे थेव्हनिन्स मध्ये जसं ISC काढत होतात, सेम मेथड. ISC करण्यासाठी तुम्ही काय करत होतात, दोन टर्मिनल जे असायचे ए एन बी ओपन, ते तुम्ही शॉर्ट करायचा, बरोबर आहे. आणि त्यातलं जे करंट असायचं ते ISC म्हणत होतं, फक्त नाव वेगळं आहे. तिथं ISC होतं, इथं काय असणार आहे, IN. हिअर इट विल बी IN. So find Norton's current IN by shorting two terminals of the network. Next, step 3, find the Norton's resistance across the open terminals of the circuit. म्हणजे ते दोन टर्मिनल ओपन ॲज इट इज ठेवायचे आणि तुम्हाला काय फाइंड आउट करायचं आहे, इक्विव्हॅलंट रेजिस्टन्स मेजर्ड बिटवीन टू टर्मिनल्स. But while finding equivalent resistance, you have to remember that all independent sources are replaced by according to their equivalent, according to their internal resistance. Means ideal voltage source you have to make it short, and ideal current source you have to make it open. Dependent source ला हात लावायचा नाही. Dependent source you have to keep as it is. Only you have to change the independent sources. Means if independent voltage source is there, you can make it short. If independent current source is there, you can make it open. while finding out equivalent resistance or Norton's resistance Rn. Once you are finding IN, once you are finding Rn, step number 4, in that you can draw the Norton's equivalent circuit. You can draw the Norton's equivalent circuit by connecting a Norton's current IN in parallel with Norton's resistance Rn. Are you understand? So once again you can get Norton's equivalent circuit, and between two terminals A and B, suppose if any resistor was already present, you can put and find out the further parameter. जसं IL वगैरे find out केलं ना, तसं तुम्ही find out करू शकता. So these are the steps in the method 1 of applying the Norton's theorem. Okay, any doubt in this? Yes. Okay, now method 2 we will start. uh, in method 2, at least one independent source and at least one dependent source, when it is present in the network, we are applying the steps of method 2. Now only one step will add here. In previous case, in method 1, there are the 4 steps. In method 2, there are the 5 steps. Only one step will increase. Okay, because we cannot find out Rn value. We cannot find out Rn value directly because of dependent sources present in the given network. Dependent source ला आपण short किंवा open करू शकत नाही. That's why one more step will increase. So we will see one by one. Step number 1, consider the circuit diagram by opening the terminals with respect to what? With respect to which Norton's equivalent circuit is to be found. So first step will be the same. First step will be the same. What will be the first step? You have to identify the two terminals. If they are giving already, it will be easy. If they are not given in the network problem, you have to identify based on the question. Okay, so once you are identify the terminals, you can remove whatever the register, whatever the component is connected in between those two terminals and make it open. ते दोन टर्मिनल तुम्हाला काय करायचे, ओपन ठेवायचे आहेत. Now this is the first step. First step will be the common. Now second step मध्ये लक्षात घ्या, second step will be now new. Second step will be the new. Find out open circuit voltage VOC across the open terminals of the above circuit. Find out open circuit voltage. आता जे the whatever the two terminals you made open, that open circuit voltage you have to find out. मग तो म्हणजे काय, VTH असणार आहे ना. ओपन सर्किट व्होल्टेज मीन्स VTH इन केस ऑफ थेवेनिन्स थेरम. फक्त इथं नाव चेंज आहे. VTH ला इथं नाव काय दिलंय, VOC. OC मीन्स व्हॉट, ओपन सर्किट. Are you understand? As you are using Norton's theorem, only the name that change. What is the name now? VOC. Procedure is same as VTH. Procedure is same as VTH. Only the name is changed in case of Norton's theorem. VTH is replaced by now VOC. Okay, procedure is same, that is open circuit voltage across two terminals of the network. So next step 3, find the Norton's current IN by shorting the two terminals of the above circuit. What are the two terminals is there, you have to make it short. In case of Thevenin's, we are finding short circuit current ISC. Same method you have to use, but only name will change. Instead of ISC, now name will be IN. N for Norton. Now VOC you know, IN you know, you can easily find out the value of resistor, that is Rn. So Rn is equal to VOC divided by IN. Simply put the values, VOC value and IN value, you will get the answer of resistor, that is Rn. Once you know the Rn, once you know the IN value, you can draw the final step. You can draw the Norton's equivalent circuit by connecting Norton's current IN in parallel with Norton's resistor Rn. Okay, and further you can find out any parameter if asking in the question. So any doubt in the method 2, steps of a method 2? Any doubt in the steps of method 2? So alternate method in which Suppose they are asking find out current passing through load resistor 16 ohm. 16 ohm, we will take suppose one example. In that case, they are asking only current passing through 16 ohm, but which theorem you have to use not mentioned. In that case, you have to use this alternate method. जर त्याने असं मेन्शन केलं नसेल, use Thevenin's theorem, use Norton's theorem, then you have option. So in that case, whatever the you feel easy, you can use it, either Norton's or Thevenin's. Now, why this point is important, alternate method? Suppose they are asking find out the Norton's or use the Norton's theorem, you must use Norton's theorem. You cannot use the alternate method. Means you are using the Thevenin's theorem, you are finding the Thevenin's equivalent circuit, then by using source transformation you can convert into current source, and that is nothing but Norton's equivalent circuit. असं तुम्हाला करता येणार नाही. I understand. This alternate method is used for GATE exam. GATE exam you heard? So in that case, the alternate method is going to use. So for your syllabus, you cannot use. If they are asking to use the Thevenin's, you must use the Thevenin's. If they are asking to use the Norton's theorem, you must use the Norton's theorem. But I will tell the what will be the alternate method. Thevenin's theorem तुम्ही find out करतात. Thevenin's theorem in that you are finding out VTH and RTH. So see here VTH and RTH. So VTH and RTH means this Thevenin's equivalent circuit is shown here. VTH is connected in series with RTH. मग आता तुम्ही source transformation शिकलेला आहात. Okay, in NTA subject at the start we solved after the types of sources. We have seen the source transformation. Means this is a voltage source. This is practical voltage source. You can easily convert into practical current source. मग practical current source म्हणजेच काय? Norton's equivalent circuit, where current source IN is in parallel with RN. So VTH तुम्ही फाइंड आउट केलात, RTH फाइंड आउट केलात, म्हणजे Thevenin's equivalent circuit तुम्हाला माहिती आहे, त्यावरनं तुम्हाला Norton's equivalent circuit find out करता येतं. So how you can find out? Put VTH divided by RTH here, you will get the answer of IN. Now RTH is same as RN. Okay, so IN value you got, RN value you got. Now draw the source transformation. Using source transformation, you can easily convert voltage source into current source and current source into voltage source. Only you can mention the value. IN is equal to VTH divided by RTH and RN is same as RTH. मग उलट पण करू शकता. If you know the Norton's equivalent circuit, you can easily find out the Thevenin's equivalent circuit. ओके, मग त्या केसमध्ये काय असणार आहे? VTH is equal to IN into RN. इथं लिहितो मी, VTH is equal to IN into RN, दोघांचं मल्टिप्लिकेशन IN into RN. आणि VTH एकदा फाइंड आउट केलं, नंतर RTH is nothing but RN value. So you can easily find out from one equivalent circuit into another equivalent circuit. That's why Thevenin's theorem and Norton's theorem, these two are called as what? Dual of each other. Dual म्हणजेच काय? एकावरनं दुसरं काढता येतं. Okay, so this is the special property possessing by Thevenin's theorem and Norton's theorem. So we will stop today now. In the next lecture, we will solve the problems of method 1. First of all, we will solve some problems based on the method 1, and after that we will solve the problems based on the method 2. So almost 2 and 3 lectures, minimum 2, maximum 3 lectures we require to complete the problems on Norton's theorem. Okay, so don't miss the next lectures problem. You can try as a homework this problem. Already this problem we solved for Thevenin's theorem. Thevenin's theorem ला हा problem solve केलेला आहे. Now you can use the same problem, but you have to solve by using Norton's theorem. So note down the problem as a homework, everyone. I will give the 2 minutes now. Note down the problem. Find out current flowing through 20 ohm resistor, okay, by using Norton's equivalent circuit. Find out current passing through or flowing through 20 ohm resistor by using Norton's equivalent circuit. Means you have to use the Norton's theorem. So note down the problem, take as a homework. We will solve this problem in the next lecture.